Today, I and my co-authors released a paper out of the School of Public Policy that's called Catching the Brass Ring, a paper about capturing the oil price differential available to Canadian producers on the world market. So let me explain what an oil price differential for our report really means. It means that there is a price that world oil captures on the broad market and a differential or a discount that is available to Canadian producers who cannot reach that world market. They fall short of it because of pipeline capacity or because of refinery capacity, and as a consequence have to suffer a discount for the competitive price of their product. Well, if we didn't face such a discount, that is, if we were able to get our oil out to be priced competitively on a world market basis, we think that the results are very significant. In the case of going to Gulf Coast refineries, they could be as much as $10 a barrel, reflecting a discount or a difference for transportation costs and also for increased access to better refineries. And in the future, after 2020, going to Asian or California markets, they're even more substantial. By 2030, we estimate that that differential that is available to be captured could be as high as $14 a barrel going to Asian markets. If Canadian producers are able to capture any or all of that differential, then the impacts on the Canadian economy, both in terms of employment and GDP, and ultimately tax revenues, are considerable. We estimate that it could be $130 billion extra dollars coming into the Canadian economy, not accounting for new pipeline construction or new upstream production capacity. There's no question that this is important to everyone living in Canada, not just Alberta, because the impact of additional tax revenues and available public spending is tremendous, as near as 27 or 28 billion dollars over the study period, which is significant and also represents the ability to expand, do public works projects, and in fact support some of the environmental goals that we have across the country. The Canadian government can't actually make a pipeline or production facility appear, but what they can do is to find ways to make it possible to build those facilities or possible to build new pipelines. For instance, into the U.S., the Canadian government is in a good negotiating position to encourage not only new tariffs, but cooperative behavior and processes on the part of the U.S. government. So while they can't relieve a roadblock, they can, in fact, ease the passage and make sure that what's most important to us, that the playing field is level in the future. So the bottom line is that getting adequate pipeline capacity is critical to be able to get these products to market. In the case of Cushing, Oklahoma, where the bottleneck is, getting pipeline capacity that bypasses that bottleneck and gets the product out of a tanker truck, out of a rail car, and into a pipe all the way to the refinery is absolutely critical. In the case of the West Coast, getting access to a tidewater port is the only thing that will make that access to an Asian or California market realistic in terms of price points. We can use a rail car today, but it's not efficient. I'm Professor Michael Moore. Thank you for watching.